How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button and subscribe. And you can donate to the Cash App at Corey Lee Boxing. But let's get into this boxing, man. Jaron Ennis is telling Errol Spence and Terence Crawford and giving them an ultimatum. Look, vacate, fight me, or move up. Pretty much fight me or move up. You feel what I'm saying? Terence Crawford saying that, he understands that, Jaron Ennis is coming up, and he knows that, he knows how that goes. And, Terence Crawford was pretty much saying he would fight Jaron Ennis, if the situation was right and stuff like that. But Errol Spence notices Jaron Ennis. But look, Jaron Ennis is fed up. He's been the mandatory for a little while now. He's fought, the who's who. He's, beat the shit out of Thomas Delorme. Notable other guys he's fought. He destroyed Lipinets. And I just feel like Jaron Ennis at this point in his career, I believe he's ready for a world title shot. And the sanctioning bodies do too. They awarded him the mandatory spot in his last fight, through the IBF rankings, and he is the number one for that IBF strap, which Errol Spence holds the IBF strap. But I would love to know, if Jaron Ennis will be able to fight any of these guys in 2023, because right now it's looking like Jaron Ennis, they're almost like they're freezing him out right now, man. Al Heyman's not really giving a whole lot of fights right now. He's probably waiting till the next year, which is 2023. Jaron Ennis at this point in his career, he's like, look, fight me right now or move up, period. Because that's eventually what Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are going to do. They got to handle business with each other first, or Terence Crawford has to handle business with Avasanian. And it's a lot of work that need to be done, in the welterweight division. And I just cannot wait till, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are out of the division, so they can, because if they're just gonna wait and fight each other at 147 for all the belts, let's just do that and get it out the way, and then you guys move up and let Jaron Ennis and the rest of the young pups have their shot. Because Virgil Ortiz wants his shot, Jaron Ennis wants his shot, and you got countless other welterweights that want their shot. Keith Thurman still wants his shot. And the WBC said when he got hurt and he had to vacate his title, he would get that shot. So I believe he had to vacate. I know he lost to Manny Pacquiao. I do know that. But I'm not sure if the WBC was on the line for that fight. I believe it was the WBA strap. But yeah, man. And, don't be surprised if Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman next. I know a lot of people saying that fight's probably not going to happen, and this, that, and the third. But the WBC, being the premier belt, and Keith Thurman was one of their premier champions, and he wasn't champion that long ago. Just a couple years ago, Keith Thurman was a WBC champion, and now it's tied up with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford for all four of the major sanctioning body belts. We need to see this fight. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence pretty much needs to get done. That's what all of this is about. Jaron Ennis, I feel like, will do well against both guys. He's that good and that strong and that dangerous. The guy's a very, very powerful puncher. And if you don't believe that, ask some of the guys he's been in there with. Nobody dismantled Lipinets or Delorme the way Jaron Ennis did. And then he fought a guy named Custio Clayton. from Canada, was on the Canadian Olympic team, and had high hopes. Jaron Boots Ennis ran through him like a fucking big rig. And it was just like, it was crazy. You know, it was just like, wow, you know, this guy. And they were saying that, you know, Jaron Boots Ennis was ducking Clayton in the beginning, you know. You know, they were saying that Jaron Boots Ennis should have fought him for the Lipinets fight. And, you know, that's why you got to be careful what you ask for in boxing, man, because guess what? You just might get it, man. That's right, man. You just might get it. You know, and Clayton was barking up the wrong tree, obviously. You know, Jaron Boots Ennis bit the shit out of him. And so we're going to see, man. Jaron Boots Ennis is telling Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, fight me or move up. You know, enough with the games. I want to be a world champion, and I don't blame him. I want to see what, you know, Jaron Boots Ennis can do with top level talent, if not current world champions. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Please, whatever you guys do, smash that like button and subscribe. And until next time, you guys, peace.